All right. So let's just settle into meditation posture. Just your sitting position. This is just a place where you can access some inner stillness. And check your body, your feet. Have them hips width apart, sits bones raised, shoulders aligned with the hips, and just lengthen the spine. And then just remember releasing any tension from the crown of the head, down through the face, the body, and the limbs, all the way down to your toes. Take a nice deep breath. Just check if there are any sounds in your environment. Allow them to be there. Then just notice what's arising in the mind. Notice the breath as you're breathing in and out. The subtle sensations on the outside of the nostrils. And try and put some space in between the thoughts as they arise. Maybe you can imagine that each thought's sitting on a cloud or a lotus petal, and it's just floating off into space without any interaction or interference from you, without judgment. Without criticism, without pride. Just try and remain neutral, and then taking a step back, just like a scientist, an objective observer. And then bring to mind all the people of our life, because we'll be bringing them in at the end, towards the end of the meditation. So think about your friends, your loved ones, your family. And then there's those folks we don't like so much. They kind of make us a bit jangly inside. And then there's our strangers. Keeping in mind they can all change place at any time. And we think our relationships, particularly the ones we love, they're permanent. Or perhaps we have a family member that we don't get along with as a child, then they become your best friend as an adult. So things like that. And then remembering they're all equal, the same as us, in their wish to be happy and their wish to be free from suffering, and in having this phenomenal capacity for Buddhahood. So I think we'll do this meditation this morning for all these people of our life, and keeping Israel from the Thupten Noble Ling Center in our hearts as he's passing. So imagine Tara is in front of you, and I'm going to screen share that one. Here she is for people who need just to open your eyes if you want to see her. Otherwise, keep them closed. Or if you lose the visualization, you can open your eyes and just allow that image to go into your brain, to your mind, to your heart. Drawn by Rinpoche when he was just a young adolescent. So imagine Tara is in the space in front of you, and about 6 to 8 feet away. She's radiating green light. She's so beautiful. And she's sitting on a multicolored lotus. And her left foot is drawn in, as if you're sitting in a meditation posture, sort of like that. And her right foot is out, resting on its own little multicolored lotus. And just imagine this is the mind of your teacher, if you have one. manifesting in this Buddha form for your benefit. So the left foot drawn in indicates her complete and effortless control over her desire energy. And her right foot out indicates her willingness and her capacity to get up and act for sentient beings. So she's often referred to as the wish-fulfilling Buddha. And she represents this quick capacity, represented as female, to cut through the obstacles, to get things done, and to be successful, and to make all of us blissful. So you can imagine Tara is as youthful as possible, beautiful, full of radiant energy and full of bliss. And she wears golden and silken garments in the Royal Indian style. She has jewelry on her ears and ankles and arms and neck. They have this term in Tibetan Buddhism, dakini cloth. So, I mean, it just sounds like magical fairy cloth or something. So you can imagine it's sort of also light, made of light. And imagine she's the manifestation, again, as I said, of your teacher's mind. And she's appearing here as Tara for your benefit in this female form. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened by this practice of meditating on Guru Tara. May I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. So now we're going to do this one chakra at a time. We'll just do 3 chakras here. Powerful, blissful light coming from each of Tara's 3 chakras and entering my corresponding chakras and filling me completely. So we'll first do purifying light and then filling with blessings, as we've been doing. So we start with the body, and imagine Tara sends powerful, blissful white light from the Om, at her brow chakra. Excuse me. And this enters my brow and completely fills me. So just imagine all my problems and suffering and heaviness of the body are purified by this light. And all the harm I have ever done to any living being with this body and all my infinite past bodies are also purified, eradicated completely without one atom left. So imagine this light coming and you're blissful and light as we recite the mantra. Om Tare Tutare Ture Swam. 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 Now imagine the light coming again, blessing us. And you've become a blissful light body, just like Tara's, indestructible, just like it will be when I attain the deity's body, the Sambhogakaya. And imagine it's not possible to ever harm others with this body, only to benefit, as we recite the mantra. Om Tare Ture Swaham. Om Tare Ture Swaham. Om Tare Ture Swaham. Om Tare Ture Swaham. Om Tare Ture Swam. Om Tare Ture Swam. And again, you feel blissful and light. Now a speech. So this time she sends a red light from the R at her throat chakra to my throat chakra, your throat chakra. And this purifies all the problems of speech, inappropriate speech, useless speech, uncontrolled speech, angry speech, criticism, the inability to express myself appropriately, which I think we all relate to, and all the harm you've ever done to any living being with speech in this life and in infinite past lives. Imagine all that's totally purified, eradicated by the blissful light. Not one atom left. Om Tare Ture Swam. 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 Now imagine the light comes again, this beautiful red light. And this time imagine that you're totally full of all the blissful, perfect, compassionate wisdom, appropriate speech of Tara, such that whatever sound you utter is going to be necessarily beneficial to any living being who hears it, including yourself, all of which is just think my potential. So really feel full of this powerful energy of the speech. Om Tare Ture Swam. 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 Om Tare Tutare Ture Swam. Now next, Lamatara sends powerful beams of blue light this time. Blue like the sky, from the blue hum at her heart chakra. And this enters my heart. And imagine that all that unhappiness of mind, confusion, arrogance, anger, jealousness, as Rinpoche used to call it, pride, resentment, hurt, anxiety, self-hate, depression, anxiety, all of this is totally purified. And that all my delusions, including the root ego grasping, which are the cause of my own suffering and of why I harm others, is totally purified, eradicated by this powerful blue light. Not one atom left as we recite this mantra. Om Tare Tutare Ture Swam. 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 And the blue light comes again. And this time, it's blissful, omniscient, compassionate mind of Lamatara. So imagine this blissful energy coming from Tara into your heart. And all of this is your potential. You feel blissful and light. Om Tare Tutare Ture Swam. 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 Now imagine the three lights coming, the white, the red, and the blue, from Lama Tara's three chakras simultaneously. And they penetrate your three places, this time feeling even the subtlest stains of all delusion are completely purified, eradicated, not one atom left. Feel very blissful as we recite the mantra. Om Tare Tutare Ture Swam. 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 We just meditate like this for a couple of minutes, concentrating on being one with this energy of Mother Tara. Now imagine Lama Tara's lotus dissolving upwards. Well, she has two. Remember the one under her foot as well. Dissolves up into her body. The one she's sitting on dissolves up into her body. And she comes to sit above my crown, facing the same way. And you can think, my crown, facing the same way as me. And out of a wish, to become oneness with my mind. And remember, this is also the mind of your teacher. She dissolves into green light and melts into me through my crown, merging with my body, speech, mind, and I. Really think, really feel that you're one with Lama Tara's holy body, speech, and mind, and feel blissful. Now think like this. Now that I am Tara, I must lead them to enlightenment. So imagine in front are your enemies, eyeball to eyeball, and in front to the left, all of your friends, your loved ones, and to the right and everywhere else, all the rest of all the sentient beings, the strangers above, below, left, right, in front, behind. They're just pervading all of space. And again, bring to mind, remember, they are all the same. They all want happiness. They don't want suffering. And they all possess this incredible Buddha nature. Now imagine from your heart, millions and millions of tiny green taras, light bodies, emanating out and entering the friends, the enemies, and the strangers, taking away all their suffering giving them absolutely everything they need and transforming them into their own Tara. So we'll just imagine this as best you can while we recite the mantra. Om Tare Tutare Ture Swam. 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 So now imagine all these transformed Taras. They absorb back into you. And just think, they're enhancing my own Tara nature. Let's just dedicate all the merit, all the positive energy we've created doing this purification and this meditation and mantra recitation, visualization to all sentient beings for the swift return of Lama Zopa Rinpoche, the perfect reincarnation, and think particularly today of Israel. Okay, Mary, I'm going to stop sharing so you can share them. This is by the 11th Lelong Rinpoche. The lamp of the Geden teachings, the supreme refuge, Lama Zopa, has departed in order to rouse the Dharma disciples who cling to permanence. Supreme Being, you took upon yourself the Kadam teacher's way of life and were bound to it night and day, greatly benefiting the teachings and transmigratory beings. Green Master of the Teachings, Supreme Guide for East and West, Hidden Yogi, Lama Tupten Zopa. Unrivaled Lama Zopa, you took His Holiness, the Sovereign Lord of the Victorious Ones, as your crown and followed all his instructions. Benefactor Lama Zopa, for the many public and personal needs of Tibetans and others, you opened the vase of resources and cleared away the suffering of hardship. One of great mind, Lama Zopa, you held helpless and voiceless animals with a mind of loving kindness and were their holy savior and protector. Siddha Lama Zopa, Lord of the ocean of mandalas, with wings of emptiness and compassion, you crossed the waters of the generation and completion stages. Lama Tupten Zopa, great hidden yogi, ornament of the activities of the Gaiden teachings, in truth, a great son. Oops, where did we go? A great son of the victorious ones. Sorry. Oops. One, I think. Oh, okay. Having thought of me and other transmigratory beings of the degenerate age from your seat of lotus and sun at the heart of Sangwa Yeshi, May the jewel that fulfills all wishes, emanating again with the brilliance of 10,000 suns, smile swiftly and without obstacles to our eyes filled with the tears of faith. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Lots of love. I'll see some of you this evening, and take care until then. Okay. Thank you, Mary, for hosting.